So here are two vacuums that I've never featured on my channel in quite a while now, and I'd figure I'd give both of them some screen time now. Through a small little comparison and face-off. Here I've got my daily driver, the Kirby Ultimate G Diamond Edition. It's an excellent vacuum and really has proved itself great around the house. And over here I've got my Sanitaire S677D. Both are my top performers. I like to use the Kirby the most since it's got the stiffest brush roll. But the Sanitaire does have a little bit more things that are better about it compared to the Kirby. And the first thing you will notice is the power switch is more conveniently placed at your fingertips, whereas on the Kirby's everything is foot controlled. That's not necessarily an inconvenience in my opinion, but some people always like to have the fingertip controls. There are some lower end Sanitaires that do come with a foot on-off switch. But anyway, the way these vacuums adjust their carpet height are a little different. You see, the Kirby's uses this special little toe touch carpet height adjustment. I always leave it at the third one down because that's the pile of my carpet. The Sanitaire uses what's called a dial-a-nap, is what Eureka at least called it back when they made the ESP. And you can see this one is 840 watts, Sanitaire Professional. An easy way to tell this one is actually made by Eureka is if it doesn't say Sanitaire by Electrolux. That's when they switched over to the Electrolux manufacturing and changed up the motor design, which everyone really hates. But they perform the exact same way. All you do is just get a more annoying sounding motor compared to something that sounds all old school. As you can see, the Kirby here, or the Diamond Edition specific 2-speed motor, and also the Kirby is self-propelled via these little drive selector switches down here for what Kirby calls tech drive. It makes it very easy to push and pull something that's as very heavy as this is. The Sanitaire is not as heavy as the Kirby, and it's much more lightweight, but if you've seen versions of this that come with a 5-amp motor and heck didn't even come with a headlight and have a more plastic hood, those are much lighter than this. But anyway, both of them do use top fill bag designs. The Kirby has a very unique little zipper there that curves around the back. And there's its bag. It's the genuine Kirby Micron Magic HEPA bags. They work very well. Both of them do have very long cords. I'm thinking the Sanitaire's is somewhere in the 30-foot range, and the Kirby's I know is 32 feet specifically. So anyway, let's go and show you the bag in the Sanitaire. This is the Sanitaire ST bags, which is now commonly used compared to the F&G bags, which some makers still make F&G bags, but the STs are much better than the F&Gs in my opinion because they're top fill design. You will notice the Sanitaire has a pedal release for the handle. The Kirby does not. It actually is a spring-loaded handle right there that will fall into the up position as soon as you let go of the handle. whereas this one stays locked into place. Whereas you could tick it back here for transport, whereas unfortunately the Kirby, you have to do it around just like this, while the drive selector switch is in neutral. So that's one little inconvenience, more so, with the Kirby. But it comes with a little brush roll indicator that's a little green little magnet inside there that shows the revolutions of the brush roll and allows this light to glow green to let you know that your brush roll is spinning. Because if it stops flashing, then you know to change your belt, which is very nice. Both of them do have aluminum hoods. So anyway, let's go ahead and tip the Sanitaire back and put the Kirby on its side too. It's gonna be kind of hard doing this one-handed. But anyway, that's what they look like underneath. The Kirby uses a wooden roller brush roll. The Sanitaire uses a metal brush roll. This is what's called the Vibra Groomer brush roll. This is Vibra Groomer 1 specifically. As you can see, this one comes with 4 rows of bristles because this was the newer style ones when they stopped making the beater bars. This suits much better for pet owners. The bristles are fairly soft, but it still grooms and agitates the carpet very well. The Kirby brush roller has much more stiff bristles. And it's what's called the oblique brush roll, which is far more superior, so you don't have to worry about less agitation. See, this one does like to collect some hair, which is kind of one of the downfalls of wooden brush rolls. The metal brush rolls aren't known to collect that much hair and wrapping around the bristles. Just gonna take these bottom plates off. The Kirby's, you just somewhat remove these little tabs. See if I can't do this one-handed. Well, all I'm doing now is just wasting time trying to get this thing off, but you kind of get the idea. And it's got you can actually take a look at the belt right here. These Kirby belts are extremely high quality, and I've rarely seen them stretch as they age. Whereas these Sanitaire RD belts, which RD kind of means round, because this is the round design. They're going to wrap around the fan shim right here, and then it twists and goes around the brush roll here. I'm not too sure if it's kind of cheap on the rubber here, because these things stretch pretty easily as they heat up, what I usually like to do after I'm done using this is to take the belt away from the shaft to let it cool down, and before I use this again and put it back on the shaft. Which is a little bit of an inconvenience, but if you love Sanitaires so much, and I'm sure these do very well for commercial use. That's one thing to make the original belt last longer than just leaving it on the shaft, because it'll heat up and stretch easily compared to the Kirby. So anyway, I will go ahead and cut away and show you their cleaning performance. Alright, now the contest is we're going to be using some old crushed up crackers that have gone out of date to insinuate fine particles. So first we'll go ahead and start off with the Sanitaire. vegetation. Hold on one second. Take two. Maybe next time I should learn to put a fresh new belt in before I do the contest. Other than that little belt incident, I would say this thing did pretty well. Now for the Kirby. Show you vegetation here. Okay, so I guess both vacuums kind of do have a bit of faults in this comparison. One have the particles kind of eat away the old belt that has had a bit of use out of it, or you could have something that likes to snowplow the heavy particles up front. But anyway, please vote in the comments which one you think did the best. And be sure and stay tuned for more videos. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.